I think in the beginning when I tried mushrooms with my friends, probably 10 years ago, it was just for hijinks, just to get high, have some fun. It's like drinking. There was no thought or intention or integration behind it. Until I started actually using them like medicine, you approach them really differently. But for me, it all happened in the way it had to happen because, you start with the low dose of mushrooms, then you go with the higher dose of mushrooms. Then you realize, oh my God, that was kind of terrifying, but also like I can survive it. And as long as I don't fight it and I lean into it, it's such a beautiful process. Then that led me to try LSD. Then that led me to try ketamine therapy. And as I kept kind of graduating, I got to the point where I felt not just because of the sequences of my life, but also because I had done these, I felt somewhat indestructible. And also, when you don't really have a fear of death anymore, because you realize that it's just a passing to something we've done many times over and over, you're able to let go and you're able to connect with entities or a higher self or a higher vibration very easily. If you fight psychedelics, especially at higher doses, it will simply just reveal to you how much fear you're still holding on a low vibration level. And I don't really have that anymore. And so for me, the Bufo, which is technically the highest, most powerful psychedelic in the world, it did feel like I was dying. I was no longer
Mm.
existing. I was nothing, but it was also the most beautiful moment probably of my life. I had melted into oneness. I had melted into the universe. I had melted into all of us. And I had just felt this like peace in my heart. And when I came back down from doing it after crying and thrashing and waking up with the facilitator, the first thing that I said to him was, oh my God, I am the creator of my reality. This is a matrix simulation. And I started crying because I said, I can't believe what I put myself through when I
Mm.
didn't know how any of this worked. And he asked the emotion that I was feeling, and I said, shame. I feel like guilt. I feel like I let people into my life that treated me in terrible ways when I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how any of this worked. And but then I just let the go with self-compassion because it's like, well, if you don't know better, then you don't know what you're doing. And now that I would say I'm a higher consciousness and moving towards more of an enlightened perspective, I have no fear of not only death, but any sort of psychedelic.